Hi everyone, it's Gail. I haven't done a haul video in a long time because I've kind of been trying to stay out of the stores. But I'd been in my craft room for like 6 days straight, and I just decided I needed a little outing. So yesterday I went to several of the local thrift stores and to the antique malls. So I have some goodies to share with you that I'm excited to look at more closely myself. So we'll start with the thrift store items, and I got a few books. I got this Heidi book for 50 cents. It just caught my eye. It's really in bad shape, like the cover is falling off. But I had this very same Heidi book when I was a little girl. So I think I'm going to make one of my Stash Buster journals out of this one because it's just so cute. But yeah, for 50 cents, I thought it was a pretty good deal. I was just checking to see if the price tag's going to come off easily, and it is, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that was my first find. Then I found a little golden book for Christmas, and so picked that up. I thought the illustrations are super cute in it. Look at Mrs. Santa Claus. And I guess I should make sure I'm in frame. Maybe I need to scoot down a little bit, don't I? Anyway, yeah. So got that. And then this book, oh, I just thought this was the coolest book. Look at the spine on that, and look at the cover. Isn't that pretty? So I'm not quite sure on this one if I'm going to make it into a journal or if I'm just going to keep it for sort of my vintage book collection. I don't know. But it looks like 1945 maybe. And it's got some great illustrations in it. Auxiliary Education League. So, but see, there's some poems in here, and just some great illustrations. I don't know. And this is an Alice in Wonderland one. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make a journal out of this one. This one just may have to be just on my shelf, but I loved it. So, yeah, I found that at the thrift store. That I felt like was a score. Okay, so then I went to the more crafty department, found this lace, which I'm not a super big fan of the gathered lace. I rarely use that, but what I do is just cut off the top and then it makes a flat lace. But what drew me to this was definitely the color, just this mint green, kind of dusty mint green color. So got that, and then I got this bag. Oh, little lace trims. Like, I need more snippets, right? But I have not looked in here yet, and I'm excited to do it. So let's just look through it a little bit together. But yeah, there's all sorts of little things. Like, look at that little snippet. Isn't that fun? So I was thinking about maybe even just doing a snippet just using this stuff, because there's little tiny ones in there too. So anyway, Bath and Body Works ribbon, that's not super exciting, but look at this. Somebody made that, and that was in there. Not exactly my style, but I'll probably be able to figure something out to do with that. This was cute. Look at this. It almost feels like, you know, it's like a thick yarn. It's like a thick yarn. But anyway, I thought that was cute. A little rosette. Look at this little piece with the beads on it. So this one caught my eye when I was looking. at the bag. There's a couple of pieces of that. That's happy. And then where's the other one that caught my eye? Oh, this one. This one also caught my eye. I was looking at the bag. So this one's interesting. Not something I've seen before. Kind of a shiny, sparkly. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if there's any more unique ones I can show you. This is cool. That's cool. That's kind of retro looking to me. This is a pretty lace. Look at this one. Just really super delicate and kind of a dusty blue color. What's this piece? This is like 3 laces sewn together. That's cute how they layered that. Look at that. So this flat one at the bottom, and then they just put a little bit thinner one, you know, not so wide, and then put even a smaller one on top. That's kind of cute. Good idea. Good idea. Thought this was pretty. Kind of looks like Hobby Lobby, but I haven't seen that one, so I like that. This is really cute. I wish there was more of this. Look at that. I hope I'm in focus at all. And then just all sorts of other snippets. This is pretty. There's a lot of this. And it's a different color than I have. So that's fun. So yeah, just a grab bag of different laces. There's a lot of this too. A delicate black. It's really pretty. You see that? So anyway, that was my thrift store finds. I thought I did all right. And yeah, I missed the half price by one day at the thrift store, but that was okay. It's a charitable one, so I don't mind paying full price anyways. Okay, so then at the antique mall, what I found. So I found this little box of Christmas postcards, and I think they're newer, but have, you know, the vintage designs to them. So there's like 3 of those. Hope the glare's not too bad on those. But I thought they were cute. Those will be fun to tuck into Christmas journals, right? And then there's a whole bunch of these. So yeah. So just picked that up, and I think it was $5, so it wasn't too bad. And then I found let me just make myself some room so I can clear off as I'm going here. So then I found some postcards that were, you know, sold singly, and they were $1 a piece. So picked up some of those. This one is a joyous Christmas, and I love the gold gilding on that. I don't know if the light's picking it up. I can't see in my camera, but I had to pick this one up for myself. That's looks like 60s or 70s picture of the college that I worked at for 25 years. So Carroll College in Helena, Montana. And the library and science hall is in the background. And that was actually built in the 50s. So since they highlighted that, oh, nope, it doesn't have a year on it. But since they highlighted that, I'm guessing that it was maybe 60s that they took that picture. So that was kind of a fun find for my own journals. Then I found this one. I love this one. And it's got some of the cool writing on the back. That was $1. And this one with the roses, I really like that too. That's in Victoria, Canada. And then these were a pretty cool find, I thought. And for $1, I was pretty excited. So this is it's First National Bank, Dillon, Montana, December 19th, 1896. And look at that side. Isn't that cool? So there's several of them, a little different. This one has more writing on it. This one's 1896 also, as is this one. But I thought those were really cool. And since they're Helena, if I can part with an original, since they're Montana, not Helena, they're Dillon, which is south of us. Anyway, I thought those would be fun to put in journals. Okay. I don't know. I'm having trouble talking because I'm really enjoying my vintage finds. So, okay. So then I found this table runner. Look at how pretty. And the vendor had it on sale. And so I don't know. I think that would either make a fun journal cover, or it would be fun tags too. And the edging is real pretty too. So that'll be kind of fun to use too. But yeah, she couldn't sell it, so was getting rid of it. That was a good find at a cheap price. I don't know, it was $2 or $3, I think. So found that, and then this was fun. This was a little market way back. This address here, it's in Helena, and this was in the neighborhood that I grew up in. So we moved into our house when I was 4, and I lived there, till I was 18. So this little market, Wegman's Market, it wasn't Wegman's when we lived there. So, I was 4 years old when we moved in there. So at that time it was called Ham's Market. So this is older than 4 years old. I'm trying to do the math here. So this has got to be like 60 years old, and from my neighborhood. So I really thought that was cool. Anyway, there you go. This might have been my favorite find of the whole day. I found these vintage flashcards. Look at it's a whole big old box of them. Isn't that fun? And they're yellowed kind of, and old looking. So I was really excited to find those. I thought that was a great find. So I don't know how many are in there. The box doesn't say, but look, there's like a ton in there. So that was a fun one too. So then I found this. This was a bundle. This was a bundle of books. Let me make sure I'm well in frame for you. And these are Rand McNally books, but they're the size of a little golden book. They might be slightly wider than a golden book, but not too much. And these are cool. It's called Ding Dong School. And so the gal that wrote these books, so here's what it says. Every morning when the school bell rings across the NBC network, millions of youngsters are gathered in front of television sets from coast to coast to spend time with their beloved Miss Frances, school mistress of TV's most outstanding children's program, Ding Dong School. Miss Frances, who is actually Dr. Frances R. Horwich, one of the country's foremost educators, has captivated both children and parents by combining nursery school fun with sound education principles in her unique program. So cool. And then, so these are, I thought I saw a year on them. Maybe in one of the other ones. Oh, I know. It's got the Roman numerals, but I think it's 1954 is what I think that is. But anyway, look at these cute illustrations. I love that one with the garden. And so yeah, I love these. And the 5 of these books came as a bundle. So, and look at the end paper. Isn't that cool? So anyway, this was a cute one about grandma coming to visit. I love how they make the grandmas kind of portly looking. It's like, well, not all grandmas are that round, but hopefully we're all comfy for our grandkids to snuggle into. But anyway, so this one's grandmother's coming. And then, let's see, I'll set those up there. Then Dolls of Other Lands. This is a cool one, you guys. They're all these ding-dong school books. All of them are. But look at this one when we get to the doll images. So this little girl has all her dolls from other countries. So, Greek one and Japanese. So I thought this was a really cool one too. And then Daddy's Birthday Cakes. And this little girl in this one is really cute, I think. So yeah, so that's that one. Then there's The Big Coal Truck. This one has a little bit of writing on it, but just at the beginning. But the colors are neat. The colors are really rich in this one. And then My Big Brother. And this was funny. I got to read this to you guys. So Miss Frances, the headmistress of Ding Dong School, Why My Big Brother was written. One of the finest things to be sought in family living is a harmonious, cooperative relationship between the older and younger children. My Big Brother is a story of a typical day in the life of an older brother and his younger sister. We hope this story will serve to encourage the spirit of helpful cooperation between children. Oh, I loved it. Such a simpler time, I feel like. Oh. So anyway, this is about a big brother and his little sister. I don't know, it just hit me that I maybe should make a journal out of this for my brother. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, I don't know. But these 5, I'm thinking I'll just, at some point when I get done with all my custom orders and stuff, I would love to make a little series out of this batch of books. Okay, so then I found this reader, and I don't know if you have watched Diane Hubert on YouTube, and you probably all know who she is, but she's Diane H on YouTube. She's been making some journals out of little readers like this. This one's in pretty rough shape once again, but look at the end papers. Aren't those awesome? And then it's these wonderful illustrations like this. So it's big writing, but let me find, look at that. It's bunnies. You know how much I love bunnies. Oh, so that's the tail of Peter Rabbit, it looks like. But I love the illustrations in this. Look at this with the bee song. That is so cute. That'd be awesome in a nature journal, wouldn't it? And birds. Yeah, so I loved this one. So I'm excited to have found that. Then, you guys, these two, well, let me show you. This one. So this cookie book from Betty Crocker. I have one of these that was in, pretty rough shape, that I have taken the pages out of and used in various journals. And I also sold one of these on my Etsy. I think I'm going to sell this one as well on my Etsy because, you guys, this book is in It's Merry Christmas to Dora, and it's 1964. And I swear Dora never opened this book because it is pristine. It is just beautiful. So the illustrations in these are just really cool. And yeah, so the one I had was all, all goobered up with cookie dough. Oh, she did write in it right here. She made a little note on the lemon squares. So I don't know, but this is in such great shape, and since I already have one, I'll probably put that on my Etsy. So then, oh my gosh, guys, I found one of these again. Look at that. So I don't know. I'm thinking this one again. It's starting to fall apart. Somebody has package taped the spine, and so again, look at these. It's just so fun to use in journals. So I might put this on my Etsy too, because I have one, and I mean, how many does a person need, really? So, oh, look at those. Look at those. Those are fun. Those are like the ones I used in my vintage lady journal. The hats. So I think I'll put this on my Etsy too. So this Reader's Digest here. Okay, so then I found 2 bags of antique lace, and these bags are just full. So let's go through it a little bit. I was looking to see if I had something dark I could put on my table so you could see them better. Maybe I'll hold them in front of this book. So this one was interesting. I did look through these. I couldn't stand it before I did the video. So I thought this was super interesting. So I think this was, I don't know, the edge of a slip or something. It's bigger than a pillowcase. You know how you sometimes get the circular laces that are pillowcases. But you guys, look at this. This is a design that Hobby Lobby sells with these little things in the middle here. But this is vintage. And so I just thought that was interesting. Like, maybe the manufacturers that make the ones from Hobby Lobby, look at vintage designs to make their trims. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So there's that one. There's this one that is so pretty. It's like pleated. Let's see, does that show up well like that? I hope so. Maybe better than me trying to get it up into the camera. So anyway, this one has little pleats in it, so that's cool. This one again was the edging off of something, and so there's quite a bit of it, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? How is that? Let me look in the camera. Can you see that? Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can, oh, I'm sorry, hit the camera. Jeez. I honestly wish they didn't have the little handle that makes you be able to move your camera on this tripod, because that's what I always run into. I need to switch it up and have it on the other side, I guess. But anyway, this one. So I'll try and hurry it up a little bit. So there were a lot. This was the gal who owns the antique store here in Helena. She does a lot of vintage clothing. So there were a lot of things like this, which is a collar off of something. So look at how pretty. Isn't that so neat? Love that. This one was funny. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a bib kind of almost. And maybe you can't see because I'm too close. Whoops. Let me. So yeah, it's like a one of those things that would go down the front of if you had a jacket, so it's all lacy there, but the lace is real pretty. So there's that. Then there's this one that is, it almost looks like a little jacket practically. Gosh, it's see, it's got snaps down the front here like this, but look at the lace on that. Look at that lace. Isn't that gorgeous? So, and I think it will just, it's just tacked in a couple places, so I think that will come off. And then this stuff on the back is pretty cool too. Like, that would be fun to use. It's like antique tulle almost. and then there was this, which, what is this even? Oh, it's like the front. See that? Like it's like these people wore half clothing, half shirts. So you just put that on, I guess, and I guess this had a tie in the front, but that trim could be a fun pocket, right? So that's the first bag. Let's get into the second bag. This one is the second bag. And the first thing that was in there was this little snippet of this wool that's a real pretty color of blue and green. So that'll go into my little fabric scraps area for fabric collages and that sort of thing. Okay, so this one's kind of big. This is another one of those things that, tied around or whatever. But again, she couldn't sell it. I mean, she was trying to sell these as pieces and nobody wants them. And so anyway, so she just stuffed them all in a bag and charged, I think I paid $8 for each bag. But yeah, so it's good that we give things new life, because they're, the younger generation is not buying these things. So there's that lace. This works better if I just do this. Isn't that pretty? There's not a lot of it, just a little bit, but and then this was interesting. It took me a while to figure out what it was, but I think it was like an embellishment on the front of a blouse or something. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, but if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I mean, maybe it would just be cool on a cover or something. I don't know, but I'll figure that out. This was a great piece of crochet that was in there. And it's long. It's got to be a yard of that. So that was a fun find. There's this little sort of gathered lace, but has real intricate little flowers at the top. You can kind of see. Yeah. And then this little piece of crochet, this is another one of those circular ones, but just a pretty little trim. Here's a collar. This was a collar, so here's the back of it, and then the front of it. So that was off some piece of vintage clothing, but that could make a fun tuck spot, I think. Then this, oh my gosh, this one, you guys, look at this collar. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and it's so delicate. It like hardly weighs anything. It's so pretty. So that was fun. This is just that other round piece. Then there was this collar that it's kind of an interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure how to use that, but I think the collar went like that. So that was kind of a fun one. And then there was this little piece. But you guys, all of this for $8 crammed in this was just like kind of amazing. Okay, this is a cool piece. I'm wondering if this was like a wedding dress or something, but it's just a piece of fabric and it's got kind of some holes in it. I don't know if the moths got to it or what, but can you see that? Isn't that pretty? And it's raised, like these are raised. They're like fuzzy almost. Yeah, so that one was cool. Then this one's really cool too. It's got some almost like burn marks on it, but it was a hanky. And look at the embroidery on that. Isn't that beautiful? So I think this one probably be used in snippets, although I like the spotting on it because, you know, it's old. This was an interesting one. I'm not sure it. Oh, somebody folded it over and sewed it. I didn't see that the first time. So this is some of that lace we saw earlier, but it's attached to some fabric here. So I don't know, but that would be a fun pocket, wouldn't it? Cut in half or something. Another collar, and that has some raised embroidery on it. Here's a doily. I think you can see that pretty well. This was an interesting piece. I think once again it was a collar. It's got this big black bow on it, but and some blue stitching around it. Somebody, I don't know if they tried to rework something or what, but anyway, so it's got this lace and then it's got this black trim that's kind of nice too. So that'll be a fun one. And then last piece is yet again another collar, and look at the fun little crocheting on it. So there you go. That's all my vintage finds at the antique store and my fun finds at the thrift store. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and we will just see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.